What's up, you guys? My name is Wolfie, and it's been a long time since I made a video for YouTube. I mean, I record my dogs and BS like that, but and more than anything else, really, I owe all you an apology. I'm sorry I never came back sooner. I'm sorry I didn't respond as much. It was just so much. So when I stopped originally, I was trying to get on SSI because I rewatched some videos. I had completely forgotten everything. I'd put it in my mind that I wasn't going to do YouTube anymore. That eventually everybody would stop commenting and stop trying to pull me out of the woodwork. Inevitably you guys and my girlfriend convinced me to come back, especially with the timing right now. Everything kind of settled in my life. 2 years later, almost 3 years later, I stopped in September of 2017, something like that. But so when I stopped, I had just gotten a full-time job. My first resume job, I did work here and there, under the table kind of stuff. Just quick jobs. That sounds very, just, like a job for a week and then I'm done. Or, I'd work for a relative or a friend, something like that. But that was my first real-time, full-time resume job. And I worked third shift. And anybody who works on third shift can tell you, you don't rest. You work and you sleep, and that's it. And it's weird because if you got second or first shift, you can work, sleep, and have some whatever you want to do in between. But on third shift, it's like you work all night, you sleep all day, and that's it. There's no in between. I don't know why. Maybe it's a body function thing going on. I don't know. But that's what it was. And I still got to put out a few videos even doing that. But then it became that it was, third shift. And then as soon as I got off, I would have to go to the dialysis clinic, which was a mile down the road of where I worked, which wasn't too bad. But when I went to the dialysis clinic, I would then be there for 5 hours at least, doing dialysis. So the first dialysis I did was peritoneal. It's in your stomach. There's a lining tissue between your organs and your outside skin, basically. And they put a tube in there and they call it the third kidney. Because you got your tube back here, or higher up. They're not down this low. You got your tube back here, and you've got this third kind of belly kidney, is what they want to call it. Because what it does is you put the fluid in there that your body would normally make. It absorbs into your belly, takes the bad cells and the salts and the bad proteins and all that, everything I was keeping in my body that I wasn't supposed to, and then gets rid of it. So I would do that, and then I'd go home, sleep as much as I can, and go back to work. And that was for 2 weeks. But then I got in my head, hey, I'm doing peritoneal dialysis. I'm doing it for a reason, because it's at-home dialysis. You're going to be at home when you do it. I said, then I can start YouTube again. So they taught me how to manually do it. You hang it on the little thing that you usually see in TV shows where they're walking and they're pushing it. It's got IV hooked into them. It's got a little bag hanging. I knew how to do it manually in case we lost power. Then I eventually got a machine, a big freaking machine, right? I mean, it was heavy. But it was at least, 2.5 feet by, I don't know, a foot, maybe 2. And then I got a cart with it, which was 3 feet, 2.5 feet width, and 3 feet high. If that's not 3 feet, 3 feet high-ish. And, from what you see in the videos, my room in that house was not big. I had my bed, my desk, and a trash can in there, and in my dresser with the Tyrion and them on it. And that was like all the room I had. I had no room to do anything else. So that machine and stand just sat in the center. I had no room. I could barely roll my chair out from behind my desk. So then I was thinking, how am I going to do YouTube with this? How? How am I supposed to do this? Then I got the bags for the automatic machine, which again are huge. I mean, I wish I had a comparison. Sorry for all the messy. This is a spare bedroom of my and my girlfriend's house we got. And I just finished it like a couple days ago. And I still have a lot of things to do with it. But yeah, these bags and these boxes, right? I mean, they're like 2 feet by, I don't know, 8 inches. Maybe 10. And that's how big the bags are inside. Like, there's 2 bags in this box, and they're like this, the boxes are like that. And there's 2 giant bags in them. And they've got like small, medium, and large bags, which aren't the size, they're just like the strength. So if you're really swollen, you'll use the heavy bag. It's got more of a certain type of solution in it, and that'll get more water off of you. If you're not and you're normal, you'll do the small bags. I had like a medium and small bag, kind of continuous thing. And then I had to put those in my room, some out in the hallway, a bunch of them in my closet. Like, there was no room for anything. So then I said, okay, I'm still waiting to hear back from certain relatives and friends who are trying to give me a kidney. Then I can do YouTube. Then one day I got a call, which devastated me, to say the least. I mean, devastated is not even close to the descriptor of what it did to me. I got a call from the nurse at the dialysis clinic that dealt with me, like, specifically. Just because she was a peritoneal nurse, she checked on all her patients that did peritoneal. Hemodialysis, the blood thing, was a different thing, which I was also on. But I think I'll talk about that in a different video. I don't want to clog this one up. This is more of a just like, I'm trying to come back. I just have a lot of stories to tell of what happened to me in these past 2 years, or 2.5. But she called me, and she said they were finished testing with everybody. And because of my rare antigens, my rare blood type, I'm O positive, so second rares, I think. She said because of all these factors that keep people from donating to me because of how specific of a donor I would need. And my mom tried, same blood type and everything, but her blood pressure was a little high, which they didn't like. And then she was working on other factors to fix that. While so she, we were thinking she would be the one to do it, but even then it would be a year or two later. Even after that, it would be like, now I got the kidney, or in a year I would get it if I was lucky. If she was the one. And I have a transplant. My face is different. My body's different. As soon as they put it in, I lost like 30 pounds of fluid. The dialysis people were all wrong in my starting weight. I went from like 170 to like 135. I mean, it was crazy. But again, story for a different video. And so she called me. She told me, because of the rarity of your specifics, she said you probably won't get an anonymous donor. Just being on the list and traveling, down to number 1 where they'll pick you to be the next person to get a kidney. She said, you probably won't get a kidney for the next 10 years. Me being 20, because I'm 22 now, something like that. I was either just about to turn 20 or 20. Me being that age, being told that, and basically somebody saying, you've been through a decade of this already. It's gotten significantly worse in the past 3 years. You have another decade to wait before it's over. So I just shut down. I was done with it. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I spent all my time at my girlfriend's house. I didn't do anything. Anyways, I didn't want to do anything, see anybody, talk to anybody. I didn't want any kind of bother in my life. Anything. And about a month and a half-ish later, and I got a fistula put in for hemodialysis in my arm, which I'll show again in another video unless you can just see it. I mean, it's bulbous and crazy. You know, about the time when this was ready to be used, rather than the port that you can get in your chest or your neck, I was told, you know, we have a possible donor. And 6-ish months prior to that, maybe 4, I got a call and they said, hey, we have a possible donor. It's looking okay. Is there any person specific you don't want a kidney from? And I told them my specifications because of certain family members and you know, things like that I won't deal with for any reason. You know, they might have hurt the family, messed with the family, hurt people close to me, whatever. That was why I said one person, and people, my friends' family, they'll know who I said. And I'm sorry if it's echoing here too. I haven't put any foam up. Like I said, it's brand new. I have one thing up. I have my map up. We have signs and stuff we're gonna put up, but nonetheless, she told me that, and she was like, "Oh, okay." Bloop. And then that was when a couple months later, my nurse told me, "Hey, you won't get one for 10 years." So I was thinking, oh, the person who was maybe a match turned out to not be a match. But inevitably, I got a call, you know, and they had said, I won't say it because he did it selflessly. He didn't want anybody to acknowledge it. He didn't want anything in return. Super selfless. He did it without thinking about himself. He did it like, it was just, I can't think of the right descriptors because I mean, to describe what it meant to me makes me want to cry. It's like giving me my life, and I still feel that way. But it was a family member, right? A family member I didn't expect more than anything else. But I owe him everything. And so, you know, we got the surgery done, did that. And then when I was finished, it was like, okay, I might be able to do YouTube again. But then I got off of SSI because I was allowed to be on it just because of how bad my condition was getting. Got off dialysis, got a different full-time job because I quit the other one to be on SSI. And then I was like, okay, when this settled down a little bit, I'll start YouTube. Then we got an apartment, me and my girlfriend. Said, okay, I'll wait till this settles down. We got a lot to move in and do. Gotta buy furniture, all that. I finally moved my desk in. And then more stuff would just keep popping up, right? Then we moved here and more stuff popped up. And it seems like now more than ever, things are just like the dust is settling. I don't have to worry about things happening specifically right now. Like I can work and do this just on a different schedule. You know, I'll do like 3 videos a week and stream once or something like that instead of videos every day. But, you know, I'm really excited to come back and I don't want to stop this time. And I told myself, you know, a lot of the reasons I got so depressed about it was sure the medicine I was on, the things I was going through, but I also wanted it to become something quicker, which is selfish. You know, I shouldn't have cared about that. But the whole reason I wanted it to is because I wanted it to become self-sufficient and I could just keep doing it and then get the kidney and then just keep doing it. But I'm 22, right? And even at the time I was like 18 or 19 doing YouTube. I didn't know anything. I still don't know anything. I know more than I did, but there's so much life ahead of me that I want to involve you guys in it. But this isn't going to be like, you know, my sole purpose. I'm going to put my heart and everything into it, but I'm not going to drain myself. And I think I was draining myself. So now if I can put together a good schedule for myself, I can put my heart and soul into it and not destroy my motivation. So I also don't know what goes on with Motivational Mondays, and I don't know what I'm going to do about any of that. But I don't know how long this video is going on. How long is it? How long are we going? Well, that's not too bad. You like my flamingo shorts? Yeah, baby. Bam! Bam! Oh, and they're so comfy. But yeah. So, trying to come back. Any specifics, any questions you guys have, just ask me. Probably right after this, I'm gonna do a video. My computer just made a weird noise. Probably right after this, I'm gonna make the videos that I want to talk about. Because, for instance, in January of 2018, what is that, like 8 months before I had my transplant? 9, because 1 in 10. 10 is the month I had it, October. October 3rd, 2018 is when I had my transplant. It changed my life. But, yeah, January of that year, I had a seizure. So that's going to be fun to discuss. I love telling the story, but when it happened, it sucked. But I have to talk about that. I want to talk about dialysis, moving around, the jobs, life, everything that's happened to me in the last 2 years. But the fact that this video is already 20 minutes-ish is telling me I should slow down and stop, because as much as I do want to just talk about everything, I should just leave it, let everybody absorb everything, you know, figure out or absorb the fact that I'm trying to come back and I'm coming back. Oh, and I'm super excited, super freaking excited, like pee my pants, shit my pants, throw up all over my desk, excited to play The Last of Us 2. The Last of Us 2! Which comes out Friday, which I think I'll do my first like gaming videos and stuff on. And that I'll probably upload every single day, just because everybody else will, and I'm not going to be able to pry myself away from playing it. I mean, The Last of Us 1 is my favorite game ever. There's no game better. Argue with me. There's no game better. Nothing. Nothing. Storytelling, phenomenal. Fighting, phenomenal. Heartbreak, phenomenal. Love. I don't know if this is really loving it, but I loved it. Phenomenal. Perfect game. Amazing. I hope the second one doesn't let me down. But I'm excited to play it. And yeah, just gotta finish configuring up everything, and then you know, we can do more. I also didn't realize before I started this, I don't remember how I ended my videos. I also don't remember much about my editing. I'm gonna have new software and stuff. You know, with a full-time job, I'll be able to afford better. But don't remember a lot of it. So I think I say bye in wave, but I don't know. But yeah, thank you everybody for so much for watching and waiting for me. It means so much that everybody's still here, and you know, I can't wait to talk to all you guys in the comments and, you know, stream and stuff, and just see you in person. Not in person, but like live, so to speak. I'm gonna try to do VR stuff too. I'm planning on buying one. I'm planning on upgrading my PC. I just don't know if I'm gonna upgrade the PC and get the Rift, or get the Quest and then upgrade my PC later on. So that's also there. But yeah, thank you everybody so much for watching. And again, just thank you guys for you know, still being here. Yeah. So, bye. That was a bye. I don't know. I hope that's how I do it.